we consulted our community quite a lot before we got into the design, and we felt that what we did with Grid 2, whilst it was very successful at appealing to a very different audience, with Grid Autosport we wanted to go back to making sure our core fan was kept happy. So that meant a very definite shift to focusing on motorsport in general, and we felt the name needed to reflect that, so Grid Autosport. Yeah, so the game's got 5 disciplines in it that offer very, very distinct, unique experiences. So we have touring cars, which are very much about close pack action, a lot of jostling, a lot of aggression in the AI. You really have to fight for every place. We've got endurance racing, where races happen at night. You've got to factor in tyre wear and actually maintain concentration for 8 to 10 minutes. It's quite a very different challenge. We've got open wheel events, where the cars are quite lightweight, very powerful, lots of grip, but they're not so good under collisions. You've got to be careful about your lines through the corners. We have street racing in iconic city streets, lots of right angle corners, very narrow routes, again a lot of jostling with the other cars. And finally tuner competitions, where the cars are set up to be, well, focused on very, very specific handling properties, very delicately balanced. So we have drifting competitions where the cars are set up to obviously go sideways and get a lot of flair. There's also time attack competitions in there. Cars are set up for speed and handling through the corners. And then finally, within that, there's also sort of traditional racing, and those 3 things combine to make tuner competitions. The RaceNet clubs, it's a big feature that our community have long since asked for. Basically lets up to 100 people come together and form a club, essentially, that has a combined identity. You have a livery that you race under, and as everybody's racing in that livery, they're earning points towards the success of the club as a whole, and then there's a big leaderboard that compares all the clubs. And it's just a new way for our players to come together and compete. When it comes to really creating that sensation of being immersed in the race, we've added in a cockpit cam, coming back from some of our previous games, that really lets you see the world through the eyes of the racing driver, and it's a big part of the game. There's also a load of other camera perspectives as well, but yeah, we think that the cockpit cam really is the one that gives you the immersion. I think both Dirt and Grid, we're trying to create authentic motorsport experiences. They tackle different parts of motorsport, but yeah, I think the heart and the passion behind it remains the same. We want to create an authentic motorsport experience. Well, we just hope that people that maybe haven't tried a Grid game before will give it a go. We're work very hard to try and make it, even though it's focused on motorsport. We want anyone to come and try it, and I suspect they'll thoroughly love it. We also want all our fans to come back and try it again, because we've really tried very hard to get back to our roots and yeah, get our core audience happy once again. Grid Autosports comes out the last week of June, and it's available on PS3, 360 and on Steam.